Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial for you all, which was inspired by what Emma Stone recently wore to the 2015 SAG Awards. For this award show, her makeup artist Rachel Goodwin created a look that was just very classic but also bold at the same time, and just really beautiful and also feminine, and it worked really well with the dress she wore, which I believe might have been from Dior, and it was a bit menswear inspired, so the whole look just came together beautifully. And another thing I really like about this makeup look is that I feel like it's a look that will look great on most people. So as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to recreate it. Again, her makeup artist for the event was Rachel Goodwin, and I will go ahead and link to her Instagram account below if you want to follow her and see all the amazing looks she does on Emma as well as some other celebrities. And without babbling on for too much longer, I will go ahead and get right into the tutorial now. So I've already gone ahead and applied my primer, foundation, concealer, and also a little bronzer. I'm gonna list everything down below, but I do want to quickly mention that for my bronzer, I used the Perricone MD No Bronzer Bronzer, and this is a liquid, and I just take a little bit of it on my Real Technique stippling brush and just kind of buff it into all the places I'd want to bronze, and it just gives a really natural effect. I'm gonna do things in kind of a different order than I might normally do, but I am going to now use some blush, and Emma is not wearing a very strong colored blush in this look, so I am going to go with the NARS blush in the shade Luster, which just gives you a really natural, nice kind of peachy bronze tone on the cheek, and I think it's gonna be perfect for this look. With the same brush I was using, which is the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Face Brush, I am just going to pick up a little bit of highlighter, and I am using the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight in 01, and I'm just going to sweep this on the tops of my cheekbones, and then a little bit through the top of my brow. This is a fairly subtle highlight. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but it should give just the right amount of luminosity that we're looking for with this look. Moving on to the eyes, I am going to begin by priming with my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I have an oilier eyelid, so this is going to really help keep those eyeshadows in place, and I highly suggest it if you're someone who has an issue with your eyeshadows creasing. So I am just going to put a little bit of this onto my eyelids and then take my finger and just blend it in. Now, Emma has a pop of gold on her eyelids as well as on her lower lash line, but because she has such a hooded eye, you're not really seeing a lot of that gold in a lot of the pictures that were out. You may have noticed it on the red carpet, but for this look, I am going to be taking the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Bold Gold. You could use really any cream gold shadow that you have on hand, and I am going to be using this on a Urban Decay shadow brush. I think this might have come with the Naked One palette. And I am just going to smooth this all over my eyelids and blend it in with my finger. You don't want to take it up into the crease, just keep it down on the eyelid. Using that same cream shadow, I am going to run a little bit along my lower lash line. Next, I'll be using the shade Light Brown from the LORAC 2 Pro palette and buffing this through my crease, and at the same time blending out any edges from that cream shadow. For this look in your crease color, you're not going to want to go more than one shade darker than your natural skin tone because we don't really want a super deep defined crease. Next, I'm going to be using the shade Rosé from the same palette and a small flat shader brush and packing this over my lid and lower lash line where we place that cream gold shadow. Again, be careful not to take this up into your crease, and the reason that I'm going in with this shade Rosé is because it's more of a pink rosy gold, and I don't want the gold in this look to look too yellow, so it's going to take down the yellowness a little bit but still give us a really beautiful gold effect. And now I'm going to go back in with my Sigma E40 blending brush, which was the brush I used before, and take a tiny bit more of the shade Buff and just make sure everything is blended out and there are no harsh lines. To highlight the brow, I'm going to be using the shade Shroom from MAC, which I have here in my palette. You can see right here. It's a really nice kind of beigey shimmery shade. It's actually a little bit more on the satin side, so it's not going to be, you know, that overpowering shimmer on your brow bone. Emma was definitely not wearing a matte up there, so I do want to use something that has a little bit of shimmer. Now I'm going to be using my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, which is black, to just line the outer half to 2/3 of my eye, just to give a little bit of definition there, and then taper it off as you get towards the center. And you're not going to want to bring this the whole way to the inner corner. When I get to the outer corner, I'm lifting the end just a touch, but I'm not winging it out. Next, go ahead and take a black eyeliner, preferably a long wear waterproof one, and line your upper waterline. For the lower waterline, I'm going to go ahead and use a rosy gold color pencil that I have here from NYX. It's one of their infinite shadow sticks, but you can also go ahead and use a light bronzy brown, and that would also work for this look, and only bring it in about halfway from the outer corner towards the center of your eye. Now I'm going to curl my lashes and then apply one coat of my favorite mascara, which is the Voluminous Butterfly from L'Oreal. Finally, I am going to place a half lash on the outer corners of my eyes. I am using the Ardell Demi-Wispies and cut them in about half. And again, I am just placing this on the outer corner. That's the look that it looks like Emma's makeup artist used, or she may have even used individual lashes, but this is going to give us that really fluttery effect on the outer corners. And as a final step for the eyes, I am just going to go ahead and apply a little bit more mascara just to blend in those falsies with my natural lashes. And then just go over the band of the lashes with my eyeliner one more time to make sure you're not seeing any of the band. Final step is going to be lips, and Emma was wearing a gorgeous red with a little bit of a hint of orange lip, and it just looks absolutely amazing on her, and it's just a very bold and powerful look. So I'm going to be starting off using the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip Lip Crayon in 8C to outline my lips. Now that I've finished outlining my lips, I am going to go in and fill in the entire lip with this same pencil. For lipstick, I am going to be using the shade Strange Journey from MAC, which is a matte lipstick, and this came out in their Rocky Horror Show collection. I think you can still find this some places online, but if you're unable to, you could of course also use Russian Red from MAC, and it would be a little more red, but it would also work. And because Emma's lips weren't matte and they did have a little bit of shine to them, and also because she is a Revlon girl, I am going to be taking the Revlon Color Burst Laquer Balm in the shade Provocateur, which is a really gorgeous red, and I am just going to apply a little bit of this in the center of my lips to give them a little shine. Alright, so this is my final look. This is my interpretation of what Rachel Goodwin, who is an amazing makeup artist, created for Emma Stone at the 2015 SAG Awards a few days ago. This was just hands down my favorite look I saw that night, and I thought it's just such a beautiful and bold look, especially with how Emma wore her hair, which was pulled back in a really low pony, and her dress, which had a little bit of menswear inspiration. It was just beautiful. So I hope you guys have a fun time recreating this. I am going to zoom in right now to give you a little bit of a closer look at what I did, and I will see you all soon with a new video. Bye!